We are recording.
Cool. So let me share my screen. First of all, good evening, guys. We want to say thank you for giving us your time and being here. We really, really appreciate it. So our client or social media audit was on USA Triathlon, and let's get into it.
Hi, my name is Olivia DeHisella. I'm a senior at Cox Mill High School in Concord, North Carolina, and I'm a future NYU sports management student.
And hello, I'm Ethan Rand. I'm a junior at Providence Senior High School. Outside of school, I'm a professional photographer and videographer, and I also travel the country playing golf.
Why are we here? Ethan and I are here to explain our analysis of USA Triathlon's Instagram activity, as well as provide our recommendations to increase fan engagement among high school students. This presentation is divided into 3 sections, just like a triathlon would be. So for the swimming portion, we will discuss our analysis of USA Triathlon's Instagram. And then moving on to the biking portion, we will discuss what intrigues high school students, as well as talk about a competitor of USA Triathlon. And then we'll finish with the running portion where Ethan and I will give our own personal recommendations that USA Triathlon could implement into their social media strategy.
Okay, so the first portion obviously is the swimming portion of the triathlon, and that is our analysis portion. So I'm going to give a quick brief SWOT analysis, very high level. So I'll start with the S, obviously being the strengths. So their social media is obviously reaching their niche community of triathletes. We definitely think that they do a really good job of reaching who they want to cater to, but moving into the W, their weaknesses, they aren't branching out and pushing boundaries to create fan engagement and create new fans and really cater to our fan group, which why we're here and why we're trying to create more fan engagement. Some of their opportunities is drawing in kids to be lifelong fans, such our age group and younger. And then some of their threats are competitors who are beating them on social media, such as a fellow competitor of the triathlete in same sport is Spartan Race.
So over the last couple of weeks, Ethan and I have gathered data displaying the consistency of Instagram posting from USA Triathlon, as well as calculating the average amount of engagement. So here, as you can see, this table displays the number of posts, which include traditional photos and videos, IGTV videos, and reels that USA Triathlon has put out from December 21st to January 4th. You'll notice that from the 16 posts published, within the time frame, USA Triathlon averages 461 likes and a low number of 6 comments.
So as Olivia said, USA Triathlon has 117,000 followers on Instagram, and they average between 400 and 600 likes on Instagram. So obviously, it's kind of appalling that they don't get that many likes or how many followers that they do have. So obviously, that leads us to they need more fan engagement. So first, we want to show you a quick example of, I guess, a lot of fan engagement for USA Triathlon. Obviously, in the likes category, they had 1,598. This was honestly a story that really captivated the whole sports world. Chris Nichich was the first man to finish a triathlon with Down syndrome. This really went honestly crazy for USA Triathlon with the number of likes and really captivated the sports world. And yeah. So next, we really wanted to show the inconsistency of likes between USA Triathlon. Here in this post, in their, I guess, best of 2020, this only had 199 likes compared to the 1,598 likes. So we really just wanted to show you the difference between that.
Okay, so Ethan just discussed inconsistencies within the number of likes that USA Triathlon gets. So these next 2 slides will show inconsistencies of the number of comments displayed for their post. This post here shows a countdown to the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, and you would think that their fans within the triathlon community would be excited and anxious to get to this date of the Olympics, but there were 0 comments. This post had 58 comments, which was the highest number of comments that any of the posts we've seen from USA Triathlon. So even though there's 58 comments, we still think that it's a low number compared to their 117,000 followers. So with that being said, we just took a look at why this post had more than average comments or above average number of comments. And unfortunately, many of the comments displayed inappropriate and racist, ignorant attitudes towards these fellow athletes kneeling. This whole post was dedicated and showed how these athletes were honoring George Floyd and their support for Black Lives Matter. And some people didn't really quite like the idea, and they were very verbal about it. We're not here today to discuss how USA Triathlon can become inclusive and drive diversity in their sport. However, if USA Triathlon did invest time and effort into building a more diverse community, then it wouldn't detract from their mission, vision, and guiding principles.
So next, we're going to jump into the biking portion and what really engages high school students and what really attracts us. So I'm going to show you guys a quick little clip of Spartan Race. It's a cool little hype video. So we really hope you guys enjoy it.
This mountain is like extremely unforgiving. It's just rocky, rooty, nasty, wet.
Today we've got the rain on the mountain run.
This definitely got me out of my comfort zone a lot.
Everything is uphill.
A rude awakening from yesterday.
There are a lot of strong guys here. I think have been waiting for this, so it's time for them to shine.
Oh, shit! That burned.
I skipped deadlift. Did it.
I really have to find a different gear for the obstacle course race.
So as you guys can see, with this videography and cinematography, it really shows the most action-packed, the most emotion-wrenching portions of the sport. And we really think that USA Triathlon could definitely incorporate stuff like this into their content creation. This is one small little thing that really helps attract high school students and kids younger, because it leaves them on a cliffhanger and almost really and wants them to lead to learn more, and if not, become one of these athletes that what these people are doing. My fault.
So Spartan Race is a major competitor, USA Triathlon, just like Ethan said, and they have 281,000 followers. So we wanted to compare the data between USA Triathlon and Spartan Race. Here, this table displays the number of posts, meaning just traditional photos and videos, Reels and IGTV videos that USA Triathlon and Spartan Race posted from December 21st to January 4th. You'll notice the number of posts and Reels are similar. However, the IGTV posts have a 1 to 12 difference. Spartan Race has the equivalent of 2.5 times the number of likes and over 7 times the amount of comments that USA Triathlon averages.
So we wanted to show you a quick little example of just how well Spartan Race is doing on social media, Instagram especially. Something as small as a quick little infographic offering free workouts that Spartan Race posted. It just shows that they've got a ton of fan engagement, 4,843 likes. We definitely think that something as small as this, even USA Triathlon could incorporate stuff like this, and it'll definitely increase fan engagement.
So I've been a lifelong Chicago Cubs fan, and I've religiously followed their social media for years. So when getting inspiration for this project, I wondered if my favorite baseball team was pertaining to Ethan and I's recommendations on creating content that was engaging to a younger audience. They do, and I found this post to be eye-catching. It includes a unique layout with vibrant colors, a star player, Yu Darvish, as well as statistics to prove an outstanding performance. We think that if USA Triathlon incorporates content similar to this, a younger audience, including ourselves, will give more attention to the sport. For example, a graphic of a well-known triathlete, perhaps Sister Madonna, who is a 90-year-old nun and triathlete who's very well known within the triathlon community, could be featured on a graphic with some of her statistics, perhaps maybe her finish time or her running speed.
So next, obviously, we're in the home stretch, and it's the running portion of the triathlon, and the last portion of our presentation, it's the ideas and solutions. These are ideas and solutions that Olivia and I have come up with from the data and everything that we've seen. So these are personal recommendations that we've offered.
So like Ethan said, we've come up with 3 of our own personal recommendations, the first being related to graphics. As you can see, the screenshots from Rock Nation, PGA Tour, and our very own Carl Bostic all display vibrant colors, a star athlete, a concise message, and statistics. Ethan and I believe these graphic characteristics all contribute to drawing attention. And in order for USA Triathlon to gain more popularity among high school students, graphics similar to these need to be published. So this post from the Steelers follows many of our recommended graphic characteristics. It has vibrant colors of yellow and white, it has star athletes, and a concise message that they are the AFC North Division champions. Here's another example of an eye-catching graphic from the Chicago Cubs. This graphic is simple, emphasizes the main point of pitcher Alec Mills earning a no-hitter in bright red letters. And as a high school student myself, I can tell you that many of us prefer things to be as simple and to the point as possible. So if USA Triathlon can incorporate a graphic of a high-performing athlete, triathlete, with their accomplishments and statistics, it will hopefully be easily digestible for high school students.
So our next recommendation is videography and an increase in photography. We definitely think that USA Triathlon could really incorporate a sort of hype videos like we showed the Spartan Race video and other competitors showing the most action-packed and emotion-drawn moments, like I said, of their race and their training. We definitely think that it'll lead fans on a cliffhanger and really draw them in and want to know more, and if not, become a part of that niche community. So here we showed a couple examples of the Spartan Race. Again, they do a really good job of creating those hype videos like shown. And then we showed Rock Nation's very own Kyrie Irving and a little graphic that the Brooklyn Nets posted, a quick little video showing that it was game day, what team they were playing, what time. And it obviously will increase fan engagement because 63,770 views. You can definitely bet that some of those fans are definitely going to tune in and to watch the game, and if not, created more fans to tune in for that game. And then our third and final recommendation, it's honestly to increase fan engagement as a whole. In some of our examples, we show that, so honestly, these big social media people post this story and it's creating a conversation, and it's what we want to see is USA Triathlon carry on that conversation. Like shown in these examples, the Carolina Panthers are commenting back and forth with some of their players with some of the mini figures that they created. And then Rock Nation, obviously commenting back and forth with some of their playoff teams and some of their clients that they have signed. We definitely think that it keeps a conversation going, and it really helps boost fan engagement to see that these big social media sites are seeing what they're saying and what their opinions are. And then our final example is Spartan Race obviously was running a sale, and it says that their link is in their bio. Obviously, a really poor example, USA Triathlon like physically had the link typed where you couldn't go to, and it wasn't hyperlinked. So obviously using sufficient URLs and sufficient links to pull you into that website will also increase fan engagement and get them to their websites and where they need to be.
So in conclusion, if USA Triathlon takes our recommendations about graphics, videos, and profile engagement, they will successfully draw in a loyal audience from a younger generation.
Thank you, Laura and Carl. we really want to thank you again for spending your time with us tonight and listening to us talk about our social media audit. Do you guys have any questions?
Wow.
Yeah, this is fire, guys. Like across the board, fire.
Wow.
The look, the feel, minimal words. You knew what you were talking about. I walk away knowing what the point is. Like I feel like I can go to USA Triathlon and be like, look, here's what you need to do. Because I just watched this presentation that Ethan and Olivia put together, and I know what you need to do. Let's do this thing. Great job. Great job.
I can't echo Carl any more than I'm literally speechless that you guys put this together. I feel like you guys have been doing this for years, right? Like you understand the genesis of what social is. It's engagement. It's not about, just putting things out there. True success on social is determined by engagement. And everything down to there are page numbers on your slides. Well done. Very well done. Like detail oriented. I really loved, bravo, doing your research on both Carl and I and making sure our brands are somewhere in the presentation. I know what you did there. Well done. Well done, young grasshopper. Well done. I loved that outside of the page numbers, because I do enjoy a good page number on a presentation. I love that you brought your passion into the presentation. Like I could tell that you two you liked doing this work. And if you didn't like doing it, you did a really great job pretending like you liked it. And that you were engaged in the project, that you were engaged in the content and actually learning more about social. You spent lots of time on this, I can tell. And I really liked the fun fact that you threw in there about the 90-year-old triathlon woman. Like that was super dope. I didn't know that. And that made me perk my ears up. I think the biggest thing that I really liked about your presentation was that my ears kept perking up, right? Like you would talk, you would do data, but it wasn't a data dump, right? So you would talk numbers, but then you would throw something fun in there, or there would be an eye-popping graphics. Like these graphics are on point for somebody who doesn't do a lot of words. Like, well done, well done. Layout, your energy, all the things. And I really, really, really appreciate the effort that you put in.
Yeah, I definitely echo her sentiment there. I want this template. Like, can I have it? I want to use it. Like, this is pretty cool. Because like I have my template that I use, but I'm like, I need a new template. I use this for everything. And I saw this, and I was like, oh, this is pretty funky. I like it. I like it. No, but absolutely, you guys crushed it. It was very thorough. Me being nitpicky, what I think very interesting, and you the two slides that you had where you noted that it just didn't get a lot of likes or didn't have a lot of comments. I think something could have been interesting is if you kind of offered a thesis as to why, right? Maybe the kneeling of the George Floyd protest, maybe there was like outside of like the inclusion and diversity of their fan, like that's a big part of it, but maybe like for them providing a little bit more context as just a picture of like triathletes kneeling coming from USA Triathlon is like what is this, right? So I would love to hear your thoughts. I don't know, like if you have thoughts on why you think a post like that I guess it overperformed because you said it was 58, but there's another one that you said that only had like 199 likes. Like why? Oh yeah, it was the lady who's doing like random plank holds, leg lifts, like like a nice little yoga picture. To me, what popped out to me was like, okay, you have a very stock image here, and you're like saying like getting excited, for Tokyo or best moments of 2020, like this stock image is one of your best moments of 2020. That makes no sense. But that was one of the things, just like when you're showing facts, feel free to combine the facts with hypothesis. Like, here's what we found. Cause like, you won't know, cause you're not on at the USA Triathlon. So there's no way for you to actually know, but you can say, hey, we think that this picture didn't perform as well because tangibly and visually it does not connect to the USA Triathlon at all. It looks like a stock image. There's no branding in it. We like it. This could be on a mom blogger's page. Conversely, on a picture on the other one that did really well, like what about it did very well? What about it should they pull from that experience and try to replicate going forward? But I do love how you ultimately came back to your recommendations and said, like, like straight to the point, nice bold graphics, big type lettering, no hitter, like those type of things. I really did like those recommendations. But other than that, you guys killed it. I think, you did your research and you did your homework. So let that come through, right? You know what you're talking about. So provide your perspective, Ethan, and your perspective, Olivia, on what they're doing and how they can do it better. But overall, solid job.
And just because, I was suggested, do you guys have a credits and source page?
Yeah, we do. I can share my screen and show you.
I was having a really great hair day that day, guys. I'm just saying, just really great hair day. Bravo.
Nice. Well done.
Bravo. Well done. So even when you have your credits and source page, which is super dope. To take it to the next step, source your fact like on that page, just in the bottom left hand, because you got your numbers on your right hand. In the bottom left hand corner, you could create like a little find an icon that like a newspaper or something like that, like a little icon, and have that at the bottom left of the screen and just hyperlink that out from that page. So that if you were like, this presentation is super dope, and if I knew somebody at that organization and I wanted to slip it to them, like I want them to be able to fact check on that page. So that would be a really cool way for you to take it just, to the next step. I did have a question for you. Carl, you stole my question about the why. But so an engagement is an engagement, right? So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, an engagement is an engagement, whether you speak positivity on the page or negativity, they're weighted the exact same when it comes down to the data and the analytics, right? So in your mind, if you could change anything about the algorithms within social media, would you adjust, would you change the algorithm to favor one or the other? Or do you think that an engagement should just be an engagement?
I'll start if you don't mind, Ethan. Okay, so I personally believe that the negative comments displayed on the kneeling post, for example, they were inappropriate and honestly very racist when I looked at them. So I don't think that should count as an engagement. But sometimes, like an NFL team, there's people commenting like, "Oh, you suck. This team's better than you." That should count as engagement because they're spending the time to comment that and actually interacting with that post. And sure, it's negative, but it's not to that next line where it's racist and that inappropriate. Ethan, you can chime on or add on.
Yeah, I definitely think I would definitely weight the positive engagement a little bit more than the negative engagement, because I definitely think the world has so much negativity in it right now in current state we live in. I think the positive engagements definitely, I think, make the world go round a little bit better. And if I could rework the algorithm, I would weight the positive engagements just a little bit more. The negative engagements, like Olivia said, some people are taking the time to interact with that post, to talk trash about other teams and stuff like that. And I think that definitely is an engagement. But like Olivia said, the racist and ignorant comments are obviously those negative engagements. And I just feel those really shouldn't be a negative engagement to a certain level, because kind of is going against other people's morals. And I understand that certain people have certain morals, but I definitely think that the posting of the negativity definitely just shouldn't be out on social media like that.
That's dope. And I definitely want to commend both of you for sliding that in there. And I think you did it in an extremely professional and tasteful way. The one thing that I do really admire and love about, your generation, not that I'm super old, but, I'm up there, is that you have this fire inside of you to remain positive and to speak up and to say something. And to say when you see something, like the saying, when you see something, say something. Like, I legit, your generation, when you see something, you say something. And I think I want to commend you both on that, because it takes a lot of inner strength and confidence in yourself and belief in yourself. So, keep going with that, and don't ever let anybody tell you your moral compass needs to be this way. Like, find your moral compass and stay true to that, and stay honest. And that's going to take you, a very long way. There's a lot to say when you can go to work or go to do a project or do something and you believe in it. Your work, as you see here, comes through naturally. And it seems fun and seems powerful, and you get to do the right thing. So I wanted to make sure you both heard that to you. Really great job. Keep it up. And definitely, like, y'all gonna do some real dope stuff. Like, y'all need a job? Anybody need a job? Like, put my name down. I'll recommend you. Where you want to work? Where do you want to work? Like, where do you want to work? And is it in social? This doesn't have to be, but I'm just saying it could be.
So next year I'll be going to NYU for sports management, and I want to kind of focus in on sports philanthropy. I didn't really know that was a focus until the Sports Biz virtual summer camp. So thank you for that. But honestly, I've always dreamed of working with the MLB team or an NFL team. I love watching football and baseball. So if I could do that, great. But any sport would just be as nice as the football or baseball team. But if I could help connect professional athletes to a passion that they have outside of the sport, I would feel good about myself and bring the two things I love, like philanthropy, community service, and sports, together.
That's awesome.
You should look up the Players Philanthropy Fund. They're a business that helps athletes create their 501c3s. So with our clients that want to create their own 501c3s, we work with them to set up their foundations, and then help them come up with their initiatives. So definitely look into them. That's all they do from a sports philanthropy standpoint. They work with like Dwayne Wade. They have like a bazillion clients that work with them. So that could be
awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
So yeah, I'll jump in next. Honestly, for me, being that professional photographer and videographer, I really want to work in content creation. Obviously, I want to go to college, and I want to work with a big powerhouse football school or sports school, and really push the boundaries that I see at certain universities, and kind of bring them together and create that content creation for them at that university. And then obviously outside of that, I really want to work for a professional sports team and be on a content team for them, and do honestly the same thing. But honestly, my favorite part about taking pictures is bringing people those memories that'll last a lifetime. Like people say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. And I get to do that pretty much every single day. And I feel like doing that as a career would honestly be the best thing ever I could ask for.
Awesome. Have you looked at NC State at all?
Yeah.
I have actually. They actually posted one of my pictures the other day on their Instagram stories.
Awesome.
Are you taking screenshots of that stuff? Like, do you have an online portfolio?
Yeah, I do.
Dope.
So my friend is the creative director for PAC football, for NC State football. And she actually did all the creative assets for the college football playoffs. So yeah, if you need me to connect you, if you're going to go to college there and you want to intern in her program, happy to make that connection as well.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. I actually follow her on Instagram, and I was working with
Chanel,
some athletes
yeah.
today.
She went to Elon. She played volleyball.
Yeah.
While we were there. So she's a really good friend of mine.
Yeah, she's amazing at what she does.
She's sick.
volleyball players are typically dope. I'm not biased, but it's a thing. Ethan, what year are you again?
I'm a junior in high school.
You're a junior. So, and you're in what part of the state?
I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
You're in Charlotte. So what's maybe something that you could do too for fun to show people by the time you get to college, like your work and your portfolio? You may have already done this, but like, the local high schools, like it would be so cool to see whether you follow them throughout the entire season and almost tell their entire season year through photos, and you make a whole, I don't know, situation, like a whole thing. I don't know what it's called, but a thing. And it captures like videos and it captures photos, and you tell their story. And if that athlete, like those are the things that take a lot of time, but if you do it right, people will be calling you to work. And that, I mean, I'm a joker for a good photo. I think the best content creators evoke emotion. That is the entire goal. My goal on shooting a community relations video is I'm going to make you cry. Like that is the thing. At the end of this video, if you're not tearing up, I didn't do my job. So it's the same thing. Your photos, your content should evoke some type of emotion. And if you do it the right way, like I'm literally just blown away, Stack. Like this is better than half of my presentations. I'm just saying.
So I was texting Brett the same thing, and I'm a college professor, so I know what a bad presentation looks like.
This ain't it.
And I don't know what a lot of good presentations look like. So
this is it.
That was that thing. That includes some of Lana's presentations when she was my student. So I knew you all were going to make yourselves proud and your friends and family proud, but you really made us at Sports Biz Camps proud, and really amazing work. So, next Thursday, we've got our award ceremony. So I would recommend that you be there in case you win. So there's that. We're also going to, recognize every student, and we'll bring together Carl and Laura, and they're going to share some knowledge and wisdom with you all. And then the rest of the project supervisors, the rest of the teammates. So please do try and come next Thursday if you all can swing. I know you're sick of Zooms by the end of the day, but I promise this will be the best Zoom of the day. And once again, just thank you so much. And I'm like, if Carl says reach out to me, Ethan, like he means that, and like Olivia the same thing, and like and Flores, like Olivia, like can you come work with me? Like you got to stay in touch with her. Like she's gonna be just down the road in Durham. Like figure out a way when people offer it, even just by being here, they're basically opening themselves up to support you. So take advantage of that. And I know that you both will.
Yeah, actually, go through LinkedIn, like the LinkedIn connections. Like if you see a job posting or an opportunity somewhere, like the trick is to go through somebody and see who they know and say, hey, can you make an introduction? Like, and there are different levels of introductions too. Like if I really believe in what you're doing, it might be a text message over an email. Like, hey, this is so-and-so. So definitely cultivate those relationships. And if I can help either of you in any way possible, like get after it. I'm very excited to see what you two do.
Thank you so much. And if you don't mind, if I can share my screen real quick, we have our information on a slide that you guys can take a picture of real fast.
Speaking of pictures too, we'll take a picture of that, and then we need a team pic.
I'm wearing my lucky shirt for this photo.
So
it's also cold outside, so I need the long sleeve shirt.
Ethan, I noticed your LinkedIn, your picture was from LinkedIn profile pic SBC.
Yeah, I recently just changed that because it was not a good picture prior. So
well done. I love all the colors, and it was very pleasing to my eye, my wayward eye that tends to get bored.
All right, team pick time. Lana, you ready? Team photographer.
Oh,
yep.
Hey, Brett. Thanks for saying. Lindsay, want to get the kids in?
Would someone say picture? I'm in.
I know Brett's like my face. Yes.
All right, guys, you ready?
Tighten up.
3, 2, 1. All right.
All right, great team. Great job. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate everybody.
Job.
Thank you so much.
Wait. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Sorry. I was looking at it. We need to do another one. Just real quick. Sorry. Everyone freeze frame. Don't move. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Everyone looks good.
Thanks, guys. Great job.
I know you only
guys so
judge a
much.
picture based on how you actually
Good
look.
job, you
When
guys.
say it looks good, it really is only do you look good in the photo.
No